You're welcome to Tolex Images, and in this video we are going to be talking about how to remove the background of this image and replacing it with what we have here. Without much ado, let's go ahead and dive into the business of the day. First and foremost, what I usually love doing is duplicating my background. The reason for duplication is so that if there is any error at the end of the day, it will be easy for me to retrace my steps. So how do I duplicate my background? You hit on my layer rather, you hit on Ctrl G. So we are now going to be working on this duplicated layer now, and in case there is any error, I'll still have this down here. Okay, having duplicated our layer, the next thing is, if you are using the CC versions of the Photoshop, starting from Photoshop 2017, CC 2017 and upward, I'm using Photoshop 2021, you will come to the quick selection tool, and at the top you are going to see the select subjects. The select subjects is an AI that is going to help you at least do like 80% of the selection that you ought to do manually. So depending on how clear, sharp the image is in the background, it will pick out, select out the edges. So it has done most of these parts for me now. So if I'm to zoom in, I'm to see there might still be an error. Okay, you can see this one just crossing here, and some of these parts are not well done, and I'm very sure the other side as well is like that. Okay, without wasting much time, let's go to our selection to our toolbars, and we are going to be, first and foremost, let me delete this. Sorry, I'm going to go to the subtraction. It's on the subtract is selection here, subtract from selection, hit on it, and to delete most of what we have here, you delete it. Okay, as you can see, so we delete the ones that we have here as well. You go to your add, and the add is going to do this. Let me increase the size of the add is going to delete it for me as well, so that I can carve that edge out by myself at the end of the day to make my work faster. I haven't cleaned it out like this. You zoom out and you click on your polygonal lasso tool. Don't forget, zoom out. So what we want to do is get this place well cropped out very well. So you click on your subtraction tool, like this. You see, carve it out like this. Okay, let me zoom out so that we can see what we are doing very well. Carve it out like this, like so. You can see, as you can see, do that carefully. Okay, and like so, and you join it together. Okay, so good. You do the same thing, you apply the same thing here, apply the same thing method here. Okay, and you join it together. Join by either placing it on the edge carefully or double clicking on your left mouse. So you come here as well, you do the same thing. Yeah, don't worry, this is the hardest part of changing background, and you have to do it very carefully because you don't want to mess things up. Okay, you can see in the beats, the short time we are going to be doing that. Okay, like so. Okay, like so. Okay, Okay, and you ensure it does not touch the chin part of it, because you are still coming back there. Okay, like so. So you can see, like I told you, I'm still coming back to that area. So, and if you look at it very carefully, it's not joined together. The hand did not touch the chin. Okay, the cheek rather. So okay, like so. It remains a little bit of that. We are going to round it off very soon. Okay. This is the hardest part. Not hard like that, but takes time. So you have to ensure you get it correctly. Okay. So, and yeah. So if you zoom out, you're going to see that we have done that place very perfectly, like how it was before. Okay, so let me just add to this as well, and you go to your addition, add selection. So okay, you go to your, it's still okay. Let me cut this place, crop it out very well. You can see because it's not well placed there. So like so, like so, like so. Okay, so you zoom out using your control minus, and you look for other places. We talked about it the other time that the second ear as well, around that area we have a little bit of error there that we have to just work on. So look at it now. This place is not well cropped. So what we have to do is go to your quick selection tools. You may have other methods you use, but to make my work easier and faster, go to my quick selection tool. I don't need, this place is not supposed to be cropped at all, because this is the hearing. We have to see the hearing. So clean out that place like that, and go to your polygonal axle tool, and you want to remain on the subtraction in order to carve out this place perfectly. Let me zoom out so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, sorry, there is an error somewhere. Okay, so you, at least you can see it has adjusted that area back for us. I remain on the subtraction. So you click on this, carve it out like that, and you, okay, so you can see this place has also been corrected. And meanwhile, what you have here, you want to join this place together as well. It's not supposed to be like this, so just come down. You're still using your polygonal lasso tool, and you have it perfectly carved out like this, cropped out like this. So okay, meanwhile, you don't want to leave the ear strands like this. If you continue like this, you're not going to be able to get the ear strands. So what do? You go back to your add from selection, and you, from here, you leave a space in between the ear and the background. I'm going to show you what we are going to be, why we are doing that at the end of the day, is so that the ear, because some people, that ear used to give them a lot of challenge. So you carve it out like that, so that at the end of the day you'll be able to have a perfect selection, cropping out around the ear strands, so that you'll be able to get the, let me zoom out to make my work easier. Okay, as you can see, Yeah, so okay, zoom out and zoom in, and so you can see what we are doing, join it together with what we have here. So if you look at it now, we have we don't just cover it out on the edges of the hair, because hairs like this, they are scattered. You want to get the edges very well, a refined edge, so you give a space first. Just continue and watch how we are going to be doing that later on. So what we are going to do here now is we've done all our selection. I think it's perfect now. So what we are going to do right now is to turn off this first layer that we started on, this the one that has the background. Turn it off and click on the layer mask here to mask it, so you can see. Voila. Meanwhile, if you zoom in, you see that what we did here the other time is still here. Like, the background here has not been cropped properly. We deliberately did it like that anyways, and it's not going to be a problem. It's in order for us to be able to get a refined edge. So what are we going to be doing now is to, on this layer mask, ensure you're on the layer mask, double click on it to bring out select and mask. And if yours did not bring the select and mask, you can go to properties. When you click on the property, you definitely find your select and mask. So select the select and mask, and you click, make sure you are clicking on this refine edge brush tool, because we want to make it look real. We don't want just to have an unrealistic background around here. So having been this, I'm going to reduce the size of my refining tool. This size, don't want this one that is moving already. I'm going to reduce it using the left bracket tool. So increase it as well with the right one. So this is what I want. So click on it, and don't remove your hand, just drag it slowly like that, and before you know it, it will delete the background around the ear. It will not touch the ear, it will not affect the ear. It will remove just the unwanted elements around the ear for us. That is what it does very perfectly. The AI will do that for us. So if you look at it from here, from where we started from, that is the way it's done our work for us. So let's wait for it to load up and go ahead. Okay, let's wait for it. Depending on the RAM of your laptop or system or whatever you are using, it can be faster and it can be slower. So yeah, it's finished doing that for us. So what we're going to be doing now is to hit on our OK. Before you hit on your OK, ensure the output is on layer mask. So you hit on your OK. Okay, so it has returned us back to Photoshop, and click on this, activate this layer, and it will give you back take you back to where you. But something has been done. We have removed our model from the background. How do we know that? Turn off this layer and you see that our layer has been removed. Turn it on, you see that it has been removed just the way we want it removed. Now we just remove the model from the background. We need to remove our background from the model. It's two different things. Earlier, what we just finished doing is removing the model from the background, but now we want to remove the background from this model, and that's the last thing we are going to be doing. So let's go back to our very first layer here, our original layer, and duplicate it again by using our Ctrl G. Yeah, the reason for this duplicating is because we want, in case they make any error along the line, be able to come back and to retrace our steps, unlike having to do everything all over again. It will be very stressful and tiring. Okay, so we've duplicated this. So as it is, for us to remove our background from the model, we have to click on this new layer that we have just created, this background copy. Click on control, hit on control, and on this layer mask, on our model layer, the layer mask that is there, this. So it's on the layer mask, and it will bring, you can see it's brought us the selection that we made earlier. So you go to your select and modify and expand. Usually you can expand by whatever you like, 2, 8, 10, some use 40, some use 20 and 20. So I prefer to just go by my 8, and it's okay for me. And it seems as if nothing has happened on this background copy. Still, you hit your delete button on your keyboard, delete. So you can see that something has changed. Click on Ctrl D to deselect. How do we know that? You turn off this layer and the very first layer as well. So you can see that our background has now also been separated from the model. The first one we did was to separate our model from the background. So now we have separated our background from the model. So let's turn it on back. Okay, let's turn this model layer off. Meanwhile, on this background that we just removed, so let's hit on Ctrl J again to just, should in case we make any error, we'll still be able to have one copy of it. Okay, so having done this, go to your filter. You want to blur out the background, go to your Gaussian blur. So usually I go from this to maybe something of around 100 or whatever you see fit that you like. So you can see that the background has been blurred, and it seems as if it affects the, to you it may seem as if it affects the model, but it's because we actually turned off the model background. By the time we turn it on, now you will see that you have a sharp, you still have a sharp model there. So let's click on OK and see what I'm saying. You can see that you have it, turn it off, turn it on, you can see the difference. Okay, so be that as it may, we have successfully removed our background from the model and removed our model from the background. So the next thing we want to do now is to go and import our background, which is this that I showed you at the very beginning. So we go back, go to where this is, and go to your pick tool, the move tool, you go to there, and you click on this background, click on it, go to the tab that has your model. It will open up like this, and you drop your background there. Yeah, let me zoom out so that we'll be able to have complete stuff. Let me fit this to screen. Okay, fit on screen. Yeah, so you can see we have it there now. So let's just widen it. Okay, drag it a little bit down. Okay, you can see. Okay, like so. Drag this up a bit. Now you can see what we have just done. Isn't this good? We have successfully changed, and hit on OK, which is enter. We have successfully changed the background of our model, and if you zoom in, you see that we picked the ear strands, okay. So as it is, we have successfully changed our background according to what we've said. So if you enjoyed this video, why not click on the subscribe button and on the like button. Thanks for watching.